Feel good, feel right with choices so bright. From trusted names who genuinely care. To medchat.com, that's where it's at. Helping you discover your ideal match.
Welcome to the medchat.com. I'm Angela Chatterfield. And to all my med chatters out there, this one is for you. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest questions you have. How can you look amazing without draining your wallet? Stick around. These tips might just surprise you. So, where does your money go? When you look at that quote, of course, the first thing you think of is, what is that for? Well, let's face it, plastic surgery is not cheap. But do you really know what you're paying for? Because that is a legitimate question. Well, here's the breakdown. So you can spend wisely and avoid unnecessary costs, right? Knowledge is power. So there are some points to consider when it comes to a quote and what's included in a quote. Typically, there are three major components. The first one would be the surgeon's fee. That is the fee that goes to the surgeon. It does not mean he puts it in his pocket and goes to Bora Bora. That is the surgeon's fee that he uses to run his practice. The operating room would be the facility fee. That's where you have your surgery. The anesthesia would go to the anesthesiologist or nurse anesthetist or whoever it is that's performing the anesthesia. So what do these costs mean? Well, these are really the portions that are the most important within a surgery. So if any of these aren't present or you can't tell exactly what they are, you need to ask questions. They vary widely because of location, geographic area. There are lots of different reasons why they may vary. But once again, you need to ask questions. A higher price doesn't always mean you're getting better results. But rock bottom prices should be a red flag. There should not be a great disparity between one plastic surgeon quote and another plastic surgeon's quote. So you want to make sure that they're somewhat within the same neighborhood. So what kind of questions did you need to ask in order to avoid hidden fees? Well, a simple one, straightforward. Doctor, are there any hidden fees? Are there any other costs that I need to consider when I have this surgery from the beginning all the way to recovery?
Achieve the elegance you deserve. Consult Dr. Langdon and Dr. Sarhan today for exclusive body sculpting and anti-aging expertise. Elevate your confidence now. Appointments are filling fast. Book your consultation today.
Now, there are smart ways to save without sacrificing quality. Let's talk med chatters. Let's talk savings. Here are some of my favorite ways to stretch your dollars while still getting the results that you deserve. First and foremost, you better shop around. That's right, you better shop around. Yeah. Research reputable surgeons. When I say shop around, I don't mean knock on everyone's door until they do it for the price and the money that you have. I mean real research, where you're comparing apples to apples, reputable surgeon to reputable surgeon, credential to credential. Also compare estimates, line by line. You need to compare every single item within the quote, not a bundle to a surgery quote that actually has each thing spelled out. And remember, don't be afraid to ask questions. Here's another one you probably didn't think of. What about off-season perks? Yeah, you can schedule during the slower months and sometimes save money. Sometimes it may be because there's super hot weather or super cold weather, but those are often good times to save money. But guess what? You need to have your money right. That's why I always say you have to be prepared. So when it comes up, you can take advantage of it. Then there's also discounts for combining procedures or treatments. But you have to remember that when you're combining procedures and treatments, you also need to ask about the recovery now that you've added on other surgeries. Also, you need to consider the length of time. A 15 or 16-hour surgery is a long time for your doctor to be on his feet. And remember, the other very good hack that I like is getting the best financing. If you're going to finance, get the best rate. Typically, they're outside of the office. Yes, try the online lenders. They too can offer a loan for you. And then when you walk in the office, you have cash. And remember, cash is queen.
In a world where choices define us, the MedChat directory connects you with trusted experts for your next plastic surgery journey. Discover who everyone's raving about and take your step confidently. Explore now.
What to avoid when budgeting for surgery. Now, let's make sure you don't get burned while you're trying to save. Here are some of the biggest mistakes to avoid when budgeting for your surgery. First of all, cheap, 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 cheap. That's a bird, not you. Just because there's a cheap deal doesn't mean it's a good deal. You have to really avoid what could be hidden risk. Think unqualified providers, think unlicensed facilities, think dangerous area. You have to be careful because you want to make sure that you're not just safe in surgery, but also safe at the facility where you're going for your recovery. Very, very important. You also want to verify your surgeon's credentials and avoid not only unlicensed facilities, but also avoid credentialing that doesn't line up with what you thought. Look it up. We have it listed in the medchat.com directory. You can look it up online. It's very easy to verify a surgeon's credentials. There's no reason in this day and age to not know. Now, people say there's dangers in medical tourism. I don't necessarily subscribe to that, but I will say you need to do your research. If you're going to have surgery in a third world country, you have to ask yourself, why am I having surgery in a place where I can't even drink the water? You need to set your expectations realistically and know that cutting a cost corner should not include cutting safety. Just keeping it real. You want to be safe. Being beautiful is great, but being safe is even better. Well, that's all for today, Med Chatters. Remember, your beauty is an investment, and smart choices go a long way. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips, tricks, and straight talk about health, wealth, and beauty. Until next time, keep chatting. And I'll see you at themedchat.com.
TheMedChat.com, that's where it's at. Helping you discover your ideal match.